Looking for some amazing games to play on your Nintendo Switch without breaking the bank? You've come to the right place. In this video, we'll be showcasing 30 must-have games that are currently on sale on the Nintendo Switch Eshop as part of the Massive Eshop Sale. Whether you're a hardcore gamer or just looking for some casual fun, there's something here for everyone. In this video, we'll be taking an in-depth look at each of the 30 games on this list, discussing their gameplay mechanics, graphics, story, and overall fun factor. I have carefully curated this list to ensure that every game is a must-have, and will be giving you all the information you need to decide which games to buy during this amazing sale. If you're excited about this amazing sale and want to stay up to date with the latest gaming news and reviews, please consider subscribing to our channel and giving this video a thumbs up. We'd also love it if you share this video with your friends and family who might be interested in the Nintendo Switch Eshop sale. So what are we waiting for? Let's dive right in. First on our list is Castlevania Anniversary Collection. The Castlevania Anniversary Collection is a celebration of the legendary franchise, featuring 8 classic games from the series. The collection offers players the chance to experience the original titles that defined the Metroidvania genre, including the original Castlevania, Simon's Quest, and Dracula's Curse. The collection also includes lesser-known titles such as Kid Dracula and Castlevania Bloodlines, offering players a chance to experience some hidden gems from the franchise's past. The games have been faithfully emulated and come with a variety of options, such as save states and filters, making the game accessible to both old school and modern players. The Castlevania Anniversary Collection is a must-have for fans of the series and anyone looking to experience some classic 2D action. Next is No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is an exploration-focused game set in an infinite procedurally generated universe. Players take on the role of a space explorer and can travel between planets, mine resources, and interact with alien species. The game's biggest draw is the sense of discovery and wonder that comes with exploring the unknown. With a vast, randomly generated universe to explore, there's always something new to discover, whether it's strange new creature, a breathtaking vista, or a rare mineral deposit. The game's seamless transition from space to planet surfaces and its impressive graphics and sound design make for an immersive experience that players can easily lose themselves in 4 hours. While the game had a rocky start at launch, updates and improvements have turned it into a compelling and rewarding experience. Next up is The Longing. The Longing is a unique adventure game that challenges players to wait 400 real-time days for the game's ultimate conclusion. The game takes place in a massive underground cavern, and players control a creature called the Shade, who has been tasked with waiting for their king to awaken. While players can explore the cavern, they'll quickly discover that time moves incredibly slowly in the game, with some actions taking hours or even days to complete. This slow pace can be frustrating at times, but it also lends the game a meditative quality that makes it unlike anything else. The Longing is a bold and ambitious game that rewards patience and exploration with a rich atmospheric experience. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Cowabunga Collection. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Cowabunga Collection is a must-have for any fan of the iconic heroes in a half-shell. This comprehensive collection features all 10 seasons of the original animated series, as well as the 3-part Red Sky story arc that was never released on DVD. Fans will also appreciate the inclusion of a variety of bonus features, including interviews with the series creator and voice actors, behind-the-scenes looks at the making of the show, and more. The Cowabunga Collection is an excellent way to relive the adventures of Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, and Raphael, and is sure to provide hours of entertainment for both longtime fans and newcomers to the series. Next is Disco Elysium The Final Cut. Disco Elysium The Final Cut is a one-of-a-kind RPG that masterfully blends storytelling, character development, and decision-making into an unforgettable experience. As a detective who's lost his memory, you'll explore a gorgeously realized city filled with interesting characters, each with their own story to tell. Your choices matter in this game, and they will shape both your character's journey and the world around you. The writing is superb, with witty dialogue, poignant moments, and a biting satirical edge that keeps you engaged from start to finish. The Final Cut adds even more content to this already incredible game, making it a must-play for any fan of the genre. Next up, Unravel 2. Unravel 2 is a puzzle platformer that is as beautiful as it is challenging. The game follows two yarnies, tiny beings made of yarn, as they navigate through gorgeous environments filled with obstacles and secrets. What sets Unravel 2 apart is the game's clever co-op mechanics. You can play alone though, but you'll have more fun with a friend. The two yarnies are tied together, meaning that you'll have to work together to swing, climb, and solve puzzles. The game is a joy to play, with each level bringing a new challenge and some truly stunning visuals. If you're looking for a fun and rewarding co-op experience, Unravel 2 is a great choice. Olympia Soirée. Olympia Soirée is a visual novel that takes place in a world where the Olympian gods are real and a select few are chosen to participate in the prestigious Olympia tournament. The game offers an intricate story that follows the journey of a young woman named Kasumi, who aspires to become a member of the tournament. The game offers branching paths and multiple endings that depend on the player's choices, which keeps the experience engaging and exciting. The artwork and character designs are stunning, and the game's music and voice acting add depth to the experience. If you're a fan of visual novels or are looking for a captivating story with memorable characters, then Olympia Soirée is definitely worth checking out. Next is Hotline Miami Collection. Hotline Miami Collection is an exhilarating and brutal top-down shooter that features pixelated graphics and an electrifying synthwave soundtrack. The collection includes both the original game and its sequel, which will leave you on the edge of your seat with their challenging gameplay and compelling storylines. With a variety of weapons and abilities at your disposal, you'll need to plan your every move as you navigate through the neon-lit levels filled with enemies waiting to take you down. If you're up for a fast-paced, adrenaline-fueled action game, then Hotline Miami Collection is definitely worth a try. Next up is Armello. Armello is a stunning digital board game where players must use strategy, diplomacy, and cunning to become the next ruler of the animal kingdom. As one of the many heroes, players must journey across a dynamic board, complete quests, battle monsters, and gather resources. Each game is a unique experience that requires players to adapt to changing circumstances, make alliances with other players, and ultimately defeat the king's corrupted advisors. With gorgeous artwork, a captivating soundtrack, and a deep and engaging gameplay, Armello is a must-play for any fan of board games or strategy games. Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled. Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled is a fast-paced and exciting kart racing game that brings back the beloved characters and tracks from the classic Crash Team Racing game with a modern twist. The gameplay is smooth and responsive, with a variety of fun power-ups and challenges that keep the races fresh and engaging. The game's graphics are top-notch, with vibrant colors and a high level of detail that truly brings the tracks and characters to life. Overall, Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled is an excellent choice for fans of the original game, as well as newcomers to the series looking for a fun and challenging kart racing experience. Next is Tales of Iron. Tales of Iron is a 2D action-adventure game that puts players in the shoes of a brave young rat warrior on a quest to reclaim his kingdom from a band of invading frogs. The game features stunning hand-drawn visuals and challenging combat that rewards timing and precision. The game also has a deep crafting system that allows players to create and upgrade weapons and armor. With its engaging story and charming characters, Tales of Iron is a must-play for fans of the action-adventure genre. Next up, Boomerang X. Boomerang X is a first-person action game that challenges players to take on hordes of enemies with nothing but a trusty boomerang. The game's fast-paced combat system and challenging boss battles require quick reflexes and precise aim, making for an intense and satisfying gameplay experience. The game also features a unique movement system that allows players to soar through the air, adding a sense of freedom and fluidity to the gameplay. With its stylish visuals and thrilling gameplay, Boomerang X is a must-play for fans of action-packed games. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 is a fantastic remake that stays true to the original games while delivering a fresh, modern take on the classic skateboarding series. The gameplay is fast, fluid, and endlessly satisfying, with intuitive controls that makes it easy to perform complex tricks and combos. The levels are beautifully recreated, with new details and environmental hazards that that keep the gameplay fresh and exciting. The soundtrack is a perfect blend of classic and new tracks, providing the perfect backdrop for your skateboarding adventures. Overall, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 is a must-play for fans of the original games, as well as anyone who loves fast-paced arcade-style gameplay. Next is Vectronom. Vectronom is a mesmerizing rhythm-based platformer that challenges players to navigate through levels that pulse and throb in time with the game's electronic soundtrack. Each stage presents a unique puzzle to solve, requiring careful timing and coordination to overcome obstacles and reach the goal. With intuitive controls and a minimalist eye-catching visual style, Vectronom offers a hypnotic and satisfying gameplay experience that is both challenging and relaxing. Whether you're a fan of rhythm games or platformers, Vectronom is a must-play for anyone looking for a fresh and innovative take on the genre. Next up, Catherine Full Body. Catherine Full Body is a puzzle platformer that blends challenging gameplay with an engaging story. The games put you in the shoes of Vincent, a man who finds himself torn between two women named Catherine with a K and Catherine with a C. The gameplay consists of climbing towers made of blocks and avoiding deadly traps, while managing Vincent's stamina and avoiding the bosses. The puzzles gradually become more challenging as you progress, requiring strategy and quick reflexes to succeed. The game features a variety of endings which are determined by your choices throughout the game. Overall, Catherine Full Body is a unique and enjoyable gaming experience that will test your skills and keep you engaged from start to finish. Now I have some exciting news to share with you all. According to my analytics, 88% of you who have watched my videos are not subscribed to my channel yet. Can you believe that? That's a huge number of viewers who are missing out on all the new content I have in store. I understand that there's a lot of great content out there, but I promise you won't regret subscribing to my channel. From gameplay highlights to in-depth reviews, I bring you the latest and greatest on the Nintendo Switch scene. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and become a part of this amazing community. I'll be sure to keep the content coming and I can't wait to see what you think of it. Persona 5 Strikers. Persona 5 Strikers is an action role-playing game and a direct sequel to Persona 5. The game retains the series' turn-based combat system and incorporates elements of Musou-style gameplay, with players battling waves of enemies in a large-scale environments. The game features a new storyline set 6 months after the events of Persona 5, as the Phantom Thieves of Hearts reunite for a road trip across Japan. In addition to the combat and story, Persona 5 Strikers also includes social simulation elements and puzzle solving, as well as a wide range of side activities to engage in. Players can customize their party with various personas and equipment, and can use a variety of different tactics to defeat enemies and progress through the game's story. Next is Sayonara Wild Hearts. Sayonara Wild Hearts is a visually stunning action game that combines the gameplay mechanics of an endless runner with rhythm-based action sequences. The game features a surreal storyline about a young woman's journey to restore balance to the universe, and it is presented through an electronic pop music album. Players control the main character as she races through the neon-lit environments, dodging obstacles and enemies while collecting hearts and unlocking new abilities. The gameplay is fast-paced and responsive, and the game's visuals and sound design create a captivating and immersive experience. Sayonara Wild Hearts is a must-play for fans of action games and electronic music, as well as anyone looking for a unique and stylish gaming experience. Next up is Gorogoa. Gorogoa is a unique puzzle game that challenges players to think creatively and outside the box to solve its mind-bending puzzles. The game's gameplay mechanics center around manipulating a series of illustrated panels to create a path for the protagonist to navigate through. The panels can be moved, overlaid, and zoomed in and out of to reveal new perspectives and clues. The game's visuals are stunning, with hand-drawn illustrations that create a surreal and dreamlike atmosphere. The soundtrack also enhances the game's otherworldly ambience, with an electronic score that adds to the game's immersive and evocative experience. Overall, Gorogoa is a must-play for puzzle game enthusiasts who enjoy unique and thought-provoking gameplay mechanics. The Journey Down Chapter 2. The Journey Down Chapter 2 is a classic-style point-and-click adventure game with an emphasis on puzzle solving. Players take on the role of Buana and Kito as they explore the mysterious world of the Underland and uncover its secrets. The gameplay involves exploring environments, talking to characters, and solving puzzles using a combination of logic and intuition. The puzzles range from simple to complex and requires players to pay attention to details and think creatively. The game's hand hand-painted graphics and jazzy soundtrack add to the overall experience, creating a stylish and immersive world. Overall, the journey down Chapter 2 is a fun and engaging adventure game that's perfect for fans of the genre. Next is Heave Ho. Heave Ho is a physics-based multiplayer party game developed by Le Cartel Studio. The game has a simple concept. Players control blob-like characters without legs, and they must work together to traverse various levels by grabbing onto objects, swinging and throwing themselves to reach the goal. The gameplay is designed to be challenging and humorous, with an emphasis on cooperative play and physics engine. The controls are easy to learn, but mastering the game requires precise timing and communication with your teammates. There are also a variety of customization options for players to personalize their characters, adding to the game's charm. Overall, Heave Ho is a great game to play with friends, and its simple gameplay and hilarious moments make for a fun time. Next is Return to Monkey Island. The Return to Monkey Island game is a nostalgic journey and a well-polished, well-paced adventure game packed with challenging and hilarious puzzles. The graphics are a jarring departure from its predecessors, but its over-the-top character design matches Monkey Island's sense of humor. The music and voice acting add a familiar charm, and the game revisits familiar locations and characters, bringing in new ones and adding a new twist to the familiar storyline. It's a big-hearted game that plays up the foundational mystery more than any of its predecessors, with the search for the secret of Monkey Island driving the game's overarching story. The puzzles are challenging but not too abstract, and the game provides hints, which is a welcome evolution from earlier games. Overall, it is an excellent story with memorable characters and satisfying gameplay that is well worth playing. The Last Campfire. The Last Campfire is a puzzle adventure game created by the developers of No Man's Sky, Hello Games. In the game, players take on the role of a lost ember trying to find their way home. The game's charming and whimsical art style, accompanied by a beautiful soundtrack, provides an immersive experience as players explore the world and solve puzzles of varying difficulty. The game's pacing is excellent, and each puzzle provides a satisfying sense of accomplishment. The game's story explores themes of loss, hope, and redemption, adding an emotional depth to the game. The Last Campfire is a delightful and memorable game that offers a unique and enjoyable experience, and is sure to capture the hearts of players looking for a meaningful adventure. Next is Torchlight 2. Torchlight 2 is an action role-playing game with the perfect blend of fast-paced combat and deep character customization. The game features various classes with their unique abilities and playstyles, making it easy for players to find a character that suits their preferences. The graphics are stunning, with vivid and colorful environments that are joy to explore. The game's art style is a throwback to the classic action RPGs of the past, with a vibrant and cartoonish aesthetic that never gets old. One of the standout features is the sheer amount of loot available in the game, making it a satisfying and addictive gameplay loop. The game also offers a robust skill tree system, allowing players to tailor their characters' abilities to their liking. The multiplayer mode is another highlight, allowing players to team up with friends to take on the game's many challenges. Overall, Torchlight 2 is a fantastic game that's a must-play for fans of action RPGs, with engaging combat, deep character customization, and satisfying loot system. Disc Room. Disc Room is an action-packed game that requires players to dodge deadly discs and survive a series of challenging rooms. The game's pixel art style is a tribute to classic arcade games with colorful and retro graphics. The game's techno soundtrack adds to the intensity of the gameplay. Disc Room is a challenging game that features a checkpoint system to help players progress through the game. The game's replayability is another strength, with a wide variety of rooms to explore and secrets to discover. The game encourages players to experiment with different playstyles and strategies. Overall, Disc Room is a thrilling and difficult game that's ideal for action game enthusiasts. Its retro graphics and exciting soundtrack make for a fantastic gaming experience that will keep players on the edge of their seats. Next is Florence. As you follow Florence's daily life, you'll encounter different challenges that will test your brain's power. From packing boxes to brushing teeth, each task is a minigame that helps tell the story. The game's stunning artwork and whimsical soundtrack create an enchanting ambience that captures the essence of falling in love. Without a single word, the story is conveyed through visuals and music, letting you experience Florence's emotions firsthand. As you progress through the game, you'll unlock new chapters, meet new characters and experience new challenges. It's a fun, heartfelt adventure that explores the true meaning of connection. In summary, Florence is a beautifully crafted game that will make you laugh, cry, and everything in between. It's the perfect game for anyone who wants to experience the magic of love in a unique and engaging way. Next up is Terraria. Terraria is a sandbox-style adventure game with retro-style graphics that has captivated players of all ages. Players explore a 2D world with various biomes, gathering resources to create items, weapons, and armor. The game offers an array of challenges, from battling monsters to exploring hidden areas and uncovering secrets, as well as boss battles and challenging events that test player skills and teamwork. Terraria's multiplayer mode is one of the game's highlights, allowing players to team up with friends to tackle challenges and build together. Overall, Terraria is a game that offers endless possibilities for exploration, creation, and fun, making it perfect for players of all skill levels seeking a rewarding adventure. South Park: The Fractured But Whole. South Park: The Fractured But Whole is a hilarious RPG game set in the fictional town of South Park. Players control the new kid as they join the superheroes in a battle against evil. The game is packed with jokes and satire, making it enjoyable for both fans of the show and newcomers. Players can create their own character with a variety of customization options, including costumes and powers. The combat system is turn-based and allows players to strategically use their characters' abilities to defeat enemies. The game's story is engaging and the dialogue is full of humor and social commentary. The game also includes various side quests and collectibles to discover, making it a game that can be played for hours on end. Overall, South Park: The Fractured But Whole is a fun and entertaining game that captures the irreverent humor and charm of the show. With its customizable characters, engaging story, and hilarious dialogue, it's a game that fans of the show and RPG enthusiasts alike will enjoy. Next is Iconoclasts. Iconoclasts is a 2D platformer game that follows the story of a young mechanic named Robin. The game features stunning pixel art graphics, a compelling storyline, and challenging puzzles. The player controls Robin as she travels through a world where a religious organization controls everything, including who can be a mechanic. The game features a wide range of weapons and abilities that allow the player to progress through the levels, defeat bosses, and explore hidden areas. The puzzles in the game require the player to use their intelligence and ingenuity to solve them. The story explores themes of identity, rebellion, and fate, and is filled with memorable characters and engaging dialogue. The game's colorful world is brought to life through its beautiful soundtrack and stunning graphics. Overall, Iconoclast is a must-play game for fans of the platformer genre, as well as those who enjoy a deep and engaging storyline. The game's unique art style, challenging puzzles, and memorable characters make it a standout title in the gaming world. Next up is QUAKE. QUAKE is a classic first-person shooter game that has stood the test of time. Originally released in 1996, it's still popular among gamers today. The game is known for its fast-paced action and multiplayer mode, which allows players to compete against each other online. In QUAKE, players assume the role of a marine who must fight their way through hordes of enemies, including zombies and other monsters. The game's fast-paced action requires quick reflexes and strategic thinking to defeat the enemies and progress through the levels. One of the unique features of QUAKE is its modding community, which has created countless custom levels and game modes over the years. This has helped keep the game fresh and exciting, even decades after its initial release. Overall, QUAKE is a game that offers a thrilling, fast-paced experience that still holds up today. Its multiplayer mode and modding community provide endless hours of entertainment for gamers of all skill levels. And last but not the least, Doom. Doom is a classic first-person shooter game that was released in 1993. It quickly became popular due to its fast-paced action and immersive gameplay. Players take on the role of a space marine who must fight through hordes of demons and other monsters to save humanity. The game is known for its level design and challenging difficulty, with a variety of weapons and power-ups available to help players defeat their enemies. The game's graphics and sound design were also groundbreaking at the time, contributing to its overall appeal. Despite being almost 30 years old, Doom has remained popular and influential in the gaming industry. It has inspired countless other first-person shooter games and is considered a classic in the genre. With its intense action and challenging gameplay, Doom is a must-play for any fans of the shooter genre. So what are you waiting for? Head over to the Nintendo Switch Eshop now and start browsing through the amazing selection of games on sale. Thanks for tuning in and we'll see you in the next video. Happy gaming!